Hello everyone, James Broadhurst with you for the Wednesday preview. Now coming up at Cannington on Saturday, we've got the heats of the Canning Trophy. Now this is a series for grade 5 dogs and it brings together up and coming chasers and experienced race dogs as well. Always produces some interesting results. Why don't we get straight into it, starting with the first heat. And 3 dogs that I thought stuck out here in this first heat were, of course, out of box 3 here, Fleetwood Kazakh. This is the Puppy Classic winner from last week, and on that occasion he used box 1 and a strong finish to win that race. He's not quite a rail hugger, Fleetwood Kazakh, but he will want to be close to the fence. Can he find a clear run like he did last week? That's vital to his prospects in this race. Out in box 6 we've got Bungee Man, a dog that brings a stack of experience into this one, has been racing against higher level company, so even though his form line's not spectacular, I think he can play a big role in this one. And then out in the pink we've got West on Odie. Now this dog did win from box 8 last week. That was at Mandurah, and he translates to Cannington this week. He might be okay from out there if he jumps. The question is, if he does jump, will he be able to hold on? Those are the 3 I thought might be playing a role. Let's swing our attention to the second heat here. And of course, our attention is immediately drawn to the lemon box 5, where we've got Uncle Tommy, the 2-time Group 1 winner. Going around in a grade 5 series, really? Well, he hasn't won a race since the start of January, but this is going to be a big drop in class for him. This is his chance to capitalise. Will he be able to do so? Well, the draw adds a little bit of a degree of difficulty to his prospects, but he can certainly still lead from this position, and that's what he'll want to be doing if he's going to get the win here. West on Booney is a really interesting runner here, jumping out of box 3. He's 5 runs back from a spell, and bit of an indication that he might be starting to put things together. I spoke with the trainer Chris House earlier in the week. He's happy with the way the dog is progressing, obviously looking to step him up in distance at some point, but just getting the runs in his legs and getting him back to fitness. So some signs that he might be doing that, and if he is somewhere close to his best, he'll certainly be able to play a role in this one. West on Booney. We've got Racing Barbie out in box 6 and Imperial Sash in box 7. Now both of those have been thereabouts of late, but can they feature from their wide draws? And then in box 1 we've got Fancy That Fred. Now he's having a look at the 520 for the first time. He's been a runner-up in his past 3 runs, and he could lead from box 1 here, so a chance to be prominent certainly early stages here in the second heat. So that brings us to the third heat, and we've got Cannon Stark here out of box 2, returning after a few weeks off. If he's 100%, I think he's certainly a big chance here. He's well drawn, so that should put him in good stead for this race. Federal Focus showed early speed in both the heat and the final of the Puppy Classic. She's out of box 5 here. She might be able to put herself forward early in this race. She's going to need to, I think, if she's got any chance, although box 5 does make things a little bit tricky for her. We've got Eugenius out in box 8. He's back at Cannington, where he has had some success in the past prior to the track shutdown. Has been racing mainly at Northam of late. I think Eugenius may be a wait and see prospect. We'll see how he goes around in this one to see if he's a dog to follow for the future at Cannington. And then we've got Chef's Kiss from box 6. Now Chef's Kiss was a winner from this draw last Saturday. She's now won 2 of her past 3, but let's go back and have a look at that run last week.
Snickers showing speed in Imperial Sash, and driving in a third was Chef's Kiss. In behind them was Show It, along with Sunset Lasso up on the inside. Very deep was Warrego Storm, Lady Sherwood, Maximum Kuna down the back, and Sassy Snickers held the lead out by 1. Imperial Sash now drives into second. Right on their heels was Chef's Kiss, and then followed by Show It and Warrego Storm on the home corner. Sassy Snickers still on the inside of Imperial Sash. Up on the fence was Chef's Kiss getting through. Chef's Kiss has won.
Okay, let's turn our attention now to the fourth heat, and out of the red we've got Boracay Summer. Now this greyhound has been racing really well over the 600. Attempts the 520 metre trip for the first time. I think can certainly be a factor from this draw, and we know we'll be finishing this race strongly. Warrego Storm is a really intriguing runner for me. Has mixed form, but did clock a sub 30-second run 3 back. He wants to be in the lead or near it, and I think he should go close here in this race. You can certainly make a case for him, which I'm going to do. If you put a line through his last run, which I'm going to do, where he missed the jump from box 8, I think he'll go a lot better this week. We've got Flying Frida. First time we're seeing this dog since August. Of course, better known as a stayer, and a very good stayer. Has won races over the 520 as well, of course. And once again, another one of these dogs that Chris House is trying to get some runs into them and bring them up, hopefully for a tilt at the Galaxy later on. Long way to go for that dog to get to that stage. At this point, though, we'll see what she's able to do with only a limited prep from box 6 in this race. And then out in box 8, we've got Inside Scoop, a dog searching for form, but might find that the drop in grade here helps Inside Scoop's prospects. So that's the Canning Trophy at Cannington on Saturday. 4 interesting heats, and we'll be doing an in-depth look at the final next week. Speaking of finals, we've got one down at Mandurah on Thursday night. Yes, that's right, Thursday night. And it is the Dash over the 300. I thought we'd have a quick look at this race. Always an interesting affair over the flying 300 metre journey. Thought some of the main chances here would be, of course, out of box 1 here, Aston Nero looks a really big shot in this race. The dog's been winning over the 381, the 400, and of course last week over the 300 as well. Gets box 1 and should go well here. We've got Flipper Penny out in box 3 here. Won her heat in 16.95. That was also from box 3, so same draw she has this week. Her record over this trip, though, is absolutely superb. 4 wins, 1 runner-up placing from 5 attempts. Put her in your top 3, and she may go on to even win this one in her own right. Flipper Penny, one of the big guns in this race. We've got Pete Brown. He's got 2 runners in this final. Both are chances, but both have drawn wide in 7 and 8. I actually really liked Sunset Bubbles in the heats last week, but it was Kazan Shadow that won her heat. Kazan Shadow clocked the fastest qualifying time of 16.91 after a 6.45 first section, but that was from box 1. This week she's in the pink, and it is a much tougher assignment. I did have a chat to trainer Pete Brown, and here's what he had to say about his 2 chasers. He's basically just hoping that they're able to stay out of each other's way. Cajun Shadow was only 0.04 outside of the track record early split last week, so she does have the pace to jump and cross. She's getting stronger each week. Bubbles didn't jump last week. I was disappointed. She does like a wide draw, but if she does step, she won't crash left. If only the boxes were the other way around. So he thinks both of his dogs are capable, but he's not sure that the box draw suits. That is for the Dash final at Mandurah on Thursday night. Also coming up is the Greyhound of the Year for 2024, which will be announced this Sunday. And the contenders are Miss Envy, Sunset Fraser, and Uncle Tommy. Miss Envy had 15 wins from 22 races and over 380,000 in stakes last year. There were plenty of notable wins, including this one of my favourites for the year in the National Sprint Championship final.
Miss Envy takes over now. Clusters a length away. Deep out was Uncle Tommy, railing hard, smooth plane. Midfield might have been. They break clear from Sweet Sundown and Chapel Road. Miss Envy the leader. Smooth plane's coming. Miss Envy and Smooth Plane. Miss Envy digs and wins.
Sunset Fraser's blistering early speed carried him to 15 wins from 31 starts, 381 in stakes during 2024, and one of the highlights was this victory in the Group 2 Blacktop.
Sunset Frazier took off and took the running. It led clearly down the back. You Never Lose worked to second. Boston Banner third. Starburst Millie next. Then I'm a Mustang. Nat Al Sheba well back to the bend at Sunset Frazier. Still 3 in front over You Never Lose and Boston Banner. Sunset Frazier in front. Sunset Frazier wins the Blacktop.
Uncle Tommy racked up 7 wins from 24 starts, collecting more than 419,000 in stakes. Only 7 wins, you say? Well, they were big ones, including the Flying Amy in Brisbane and, of course, the 2024 Perth Cup.
Off the back was Buddy Manelli, but as they start to swing, Sunset Frazier joined now by Uncle Tommy. In behind them was Mapunga Shine running on in the straight. Uncle Tommy, Mapunga Shine's coming. It's Tommy though. Uncle Tommy wins the cup.
So there you go. Those are the contenders for the 2024 Greyhound of the Year. Miss Envy, Sunset Frazier, Uncle Tommy. All of them would be a worthy winner. Only one of them will come away after Sunday with the title. Who will it be? We'll have to wait and find out. We don't have to wait too long for tonight's racing though. At Cannington, 6:46 is the first race. Free entry as it is each and every night here at Greyhounds WA, and my best bet comes in race 10, number 4, Canyutilli. Now this is a really handy greyhound that's been racing in pretty good touch of late. She's been running around that 2180, 2190 mark over the 381 metre trip pretty consistently, and a similar sort of time should be able to get the job done tonight. She's generally pretty quick early, so I think that's the way she wins this one. She jumps to the lead, controls the race, and if she's able to do that, she should go on and win it. So that's race 10, number 4, Canyutilli, for me tonight at Cannington. That's it for the Wednesday preview. Plenty of good racing ahead of us. Hopefully you can make it down to the track, but either way, I'll catch you next week on the preview.